So, how many times when you purchase an outfit or an item do you look for the Made in the USA tag?
I don't really look that much.
I don't either, but I think that the history of the textile and the garment industry in the United States is pretty interesting. So, I've put together a chart here and tell me what you see when you look at it.
Well, I think it's really interesting how I noticed right away that in 1960, 95% of the clothes were made in the USA, and now we're down to just 2%.
Pretty interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. And
So,
I,
what do
I
you
know I
think?
heard from Sunil at one point that there's a lot of history that went into it, like you mentioned, that as we transitioned to looking for lower cost clothing, we looked to get it from offshore resources. And one of the ways that they funded their growth was that they bought all the machinery from us. So it's harder for us to even make clothes in the USA anymore because we don't have all the right equipment.
You're absolutely right. I think what happened in the 90s is NAFTA, the North American Free Trade Agreement, cut out all the import restrictions and duties. And at that same time, some of the big retailers were looking to be able to meet the lower prices that the United States customers wanted. So they went offshore to be able to get good prices, and the NAFTA agreement kind of fed into that same thing. By 2003, Gap was ordering from 1,200 different factories in 42 countries. So
Wow.
all of a sudden, things started changing really quickly in a relatively short amount of time.
Yeah, and really our buying habits drove that, right? So if you look at this, it shows that equivalent in today's dollars, in the 1960s, a family was spending more than $4,300 on clothes. And we wanted that to be lower. I mean, like that was human nature. And we got it lower. We're literally spending 1,700 now. So we've gotten our lower prices, but at a cost of not having those jobs and that manufacturing happening in the USA.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. One of the statistics that I saw that a United States garment worker makes 38 times the wage of a garment worker in Bangladesh. And when Storyline was looking to be able to find both the fabric and the production facilities, Amy and Sunil looked and tried really, really hard to be able to keep those things in the United States. What they found was that the seamstresses weren't as good. The seamstresses in other countries have been doing our fabrics, doing knits especially, really well for a really long time with the production facilities that they purchased here. So I think one of the things that we need to look at is not only where clothes are made, but under the conditions. What kind of conditions are they made under?
Is it a safe factory? Are they well paid for their region, or competitively paid would be another way to say that?
Yes.
Are they making sure that they're not employing children as laborers? And so it's less about the location, although obviously we want to support the US when we can, but it's more about making sure that we're supporting good business people.
Absolutely. And look at the companies and ask them where their clothes are made. I think that that's something that we could all be doing to make this world a little bit better place. And then how many times did you used to go into some of those less expensive retailers and buy $2 or $3 t-shirts or whatever?
Once in a while.
Yeah. I actually did. I thought, oh, great, this is a couple dollars. I'll wear it a few times. But that's not going to fly anymore in this sustainable kind of economy. All of those clothes are just going into the landfills because nobody wants them anymore.
So just something, maybe a little bit of a deeper topic than we would normally bring you, but we
Yeah.
wanted to bring it to you so that you would understand, and that would help you look good and feel good and do good.
And will do good.